What's going on, guys? This is the Sentrepreneur here today with a new video. Today I wanted to bring to you the top 5 Tom Ford private blend fragrances, in my opinion. Now, that might sound silly considering since I started this channel I've been ragging on a lot of the private blends, and well, I'm gonna say this. Over the past few months, my nose has really grown to appreciate a lot of the private blends that I previously in the past hated. There's still some I don't like, especially the blue collection, but really my nose has just grown so much. This has become one of my favorite fragrance houses, and I really wanted to share with you today what I would consider the top 5 private blend fragrances. Alright guys, I would also like to say that I don't own a bottle of all of these, but I have decants of most, and anyway, let's hop right into the list. Starting with the only tie on the list at number 5, we've got a tie between a fragrance I've always liked and up until now one that I've always hated. So the first that I've liked is Azure Lime at number 5, and tied with that we've got Oud Wood. So Azure Lime is probably the best fresher fragrance from Tom Ford in my opinion. It's a nice, refreshing, juicy, zesty lime. Very good. It actually lasts unlike the other fresh Tom Fords, and it performs quite well. You know, it's a good fragrance. Oud Wood. So this is probably the Tom Ford that's taken the most hate from me since I started this channel, and now it's tied at my number 5. I don't love this stuff, guys, I'm not gonna lie, but I've gotten to the point where I like it. I see the appeal. I'm still not sure if it's for me. For an hour of this fragrance, most of it's a very smooth, sophisticated oud and wood, like the name would suggest. It's very classy, but there is about an hour throughout the mid where I just get like a moldy vibe from this one, and I'm not a fan of that, but other than that, it's a really, it's a good fragrance. I understand the love for it, and it has taken its spot as my favorite woody fragrance from Tom Ford over Italian Cypress. So, at a tie for number 5 on the private blends, we've got Azure Lime and Oud Wood. Alright, into the top 4. The top 4 are a really big deal to me because I either own a bottle or I want a bottle of these. They're all amazing. I rate them all about the same as far as quality goes, but really just tremendous fragrances that really, it's these 4 that have made me grow to love Tom Ford a lot more than I used to. Anyway, at number 4 spot, we've got probably the most popular, or it's up there anyway, it's Tobacco Vanille at number 4. So I hated this for the longest time. The tobacco was just too sharp, too sweet, too weird, honestly. So the reason I've started to like this now really is because I don't look at it so much as a tobacco fragrance anymore. I look at it as a gourmand fragrance. And what I get is like smoky vanilla marshmallow with a little tobacco and a little bit of a chocolate cacao vibe and spices, extra spices. Really, this is very good. There's a review I read of this on Fragrantica a while ago about a guy who said that this smelled like smoky marshmallows and a few other things, but really that's what helped change my perception of Tobacco Vanille a lot. It's very delicious, it's very good, it still has that gentleman's club type vibe. Unreal scent, guys. I want a bottle at some point, but I'm gonna run through that juice first. Tobacco Vanille at number 4. At number 3, guys, this is my longtime favorite from the private blends. I've loved this from the first sniff. It has fallen a bit because there are 2 more that I just have grown to appreciate a little more, but this is the most gourmand from Tom Ford in my opinion. It is Noir de Noir. So this is a great dark chocolate and rose fragrance. It's very earthy almost. The rose kind of dies down at the end and it becomes more of a chocolatey fragrance to my nose. And honestly, the whole way through, it's very, very good. Very, very sexy, edible, seductive. This is, I've heard it's called Valentine's Day in a bottle, and this is it, man. I placed this over Roses and Chocolate by Mancera as far as Valentine's Day goes. This is so sexy, so seductive, dark, classy, amazing fragrance, but there are 2 betters. So at number 3, we've got Noir de Noir. So the top two could be subject to change over time. I just got my full bottle of my number 2, and for that reason, I don't want to just say it's my number 1 just because I just got it, even though that newness effect definitely plays into it a bit. But this is really good juice, guys, and it could easily be my number 1 in a couple of months after wearing this stuff. It's amazing, and in my opinion, it's overlooked a lot. It is Plum Japonais. So, Plum Japonais, it's actually my scent of the night, fun fact. It's a dark, smoky, spicy plum. It's very good. I wouldn't quite call it edible, but I would call it very dark, seductive, not quite as classy as, say, Noir de Noir, not as unisex as Noir de Noir. This is definitely the most masculine, sexy fragrance from Tom Ford, in my opinion. Yeah, it's very, very good. Also, another thing to be said for Plum Japonais is the longevity is just ridiculous. I've had pushing a full day longevity of this. It never pushes out from the skin much at all. Even after the first like 10 minutes, it just sticks around forever. And man, smelling like this for 20 hours is gonna do good things for your date life, I'm sure. Or here's hoping, for me anyway. At number 2, we've got Plum Japonais, maybe number 1 in the future. My favorite Tom Ford fragrance. Well, this one should come as no surprise. I haven't mentioned it yet, and it's another one of the heavy hitters. It is Tuscan Leather at my number 1 spot, guys. Man, it's like an animalistic raspberry leather, a little bit smoky, a little bit of a cigarette ash vibe for about a half an hour of this one, but that quickly goes away, and frankly, I think it adds to the character of this fragrance. This one is very, very sophisticated. To me, this is the most grown up, dressed up, I should say, dressed up fragrance on this list, and definitely the most sophisticated Tom Ford. It's so good. There is Risasi La Yukawam at a fraction of the cost for this. I would like to say that La Yukawam outperforms Tuscan Leather, and it's definitely got a more mass appealing note to it in that raspberry, the added raspberry to it. But that being said, to me, when I compared the two, Tuscan Leather, to me, it just has like a more classy feel. That animalistic and lesser raspberry really appealed to me. I couldn't tell you why, but this is just outstanding, and this is gorgeous, gorgeous juice, guys. Even if this one does get replaced at my number 1 by Plum Japonais eventually, it's amazing juice. I highly, highly recommend you check this one out. I highly recommend you check all of them out, man. Give Tom Ford a chance. I sure didn't. It takes time. A lot of these take time with your nose. I found that you kind of have to grow into these fragrances. Fun fact, with the exception of Tuscan Leather and Noir de Noir, which I both loved from the first, but I find you have to grow into a lot of the Tom Fords. They're complex, they take a bit of work, they take a bit of maturity, but they're really good. They're really well done. And anyway, this is my number 1 in what has become one of my new favorite fragrance houses, Tom Ford Private Blend, guys. So guys, that's my top 5 private blends video. Let me know down in the comments, what do you think of my top 5, and what would be your top 5 or top 3, whatever you feel like mentioning. Also, do you feel like the private blends take some time to grow into like I do? It's taken this guy quite a while to appreciate some of them, but I'm glad I do now, because this is an amazing, amazing house, guys, with great quality. That being said, guys, this has been The Sentrepreneur. If you enjoyed this video and haven't done so already, please subscribe to my YouTube channel down below. There's new content coming out all the time, top lists like this, fragrance reviews, first impressions, haul videos, unboxings, the works. Also, if you had fun watching this particular video, please toss me a big thumbs up down below. That would be awesome. Also, if seeing more of this guy appeals to you, I encourage you to add me on Snapchat. I post new content there every day, fragrance and real life. Guys, I hope you get a chance to really grow your nose and appreciate some awesome, awesome, high quality niche fragrances like Tom Ford Private Blend. Have an awesome day, guys, and I hope to see you in the next video. Have a good one.